So this is the debrief for Engage New York, Module 4, Lesson 7, the debrief on the problem set. So if you look here at the way I solve these problems, you can see I used exactly the same method that I used in the concept development. So I use my tape diagram, I use my algebraic formula to solve that 3 units is equal to 18. I want to find out what 1 unit is. That way I can find out what I'm solving for. This one right here is 1 unit. This here is 3 units, so I had to take my answer and multiply by 3. This one I needed to find out 3 units, so I needed to take my unit and multiply it by 3. This one 4, so I got my 1 unit 5, had to multiply by 4. Got my 1 unit 20 multiplied by, I needed 1/7 of is equal to 20. I only needed one of them. Here, I only needed 1/4 of that, and I did have to break down and use my division. And I had to do that here too. Then, on our problems, we're given, we don't know what the total is, but we know what the parts are. 2/3 of a number is equal to 10. Here is our 10. I need to break that up, that 10 up into equal parts. So x was the question that we were looking for. X equals 15. 3/4 of a number is equal to 24. So I broke it up into fourths, and I knew that 3/4 was equal to 24. I divided 24 divided by 3 to get 8, and that way I knew 8 went in there, and then 8 times 4 is equal to 32. X was the question. X marks the spot. X equals 32. All right. On the back, the question of the boys and the girls. Here is our tape diagram, 48 students. 1/4 were going to be girls, 3/4 boys. 4 units equals 48. Divide 1 unit equals 12. I know that there are 12 girls. Then I know that there's 12 in each one of those. 12 times 3 is 36. There are 36 boys. This is the actual answer. Then coming over here. So 8 units is equal to 160 degrees. I find that 1 unit is equal to 20. But 3, I need to multiply it by 3. 20 times 3 is equal to 60 degrees. That's how I found out this adjacent angle. Then, in order to find out the full circle, because a full circle is 360 degrees, I came over here and I said 160 plus 60 is 220 degrees. Then 360 subtract 220 is 140 degrees. A is 140 degrees. I know this might have been out of your wheelhouse right here, but looking at the way I solved this right now, stop for a minute, go back and try to understand how I did that, because a circle is equal to 360 degrees, and they gave us a piece of it, and they gave us one piece of the puzzle, and we used the 8 units. We used what we knew to solve that. Then we have Mrs. Harrison. This, you didn't actually have to subtract when we get there. I'll explain that. But 16 ounces, we know that 16 ounces equaled all the dark chocolate. 2/3 was used to make frosting, and 3/3 for brownies. So I broke that up. I did 5 units of 16. I found out that it was 3 1/5, threw 3 1/5 in each one. Then I multiplied by 2 and got 6 2/5. Then here I multiplied by 3 and got 9 3/5. Okay, but we didn't actually answer anything. How much more chocolate did Mrs. Harrison use in the brownies than in the frosting? Now, I did do the subtraction problem to find out, but you really didn't have to, because these two are equal. 3/5, 3 1/5, 3 1/5. And 3 1/5 and 3 1/5. Technically, those would be equal. This was the extra 3 1/5. So you could have done the subtraction, or you could have just used some common sense skills by doing it that way. All right, I hope you did well. Please go back and figure out what you did not understand, because you know the tests go exactly along the problems that we've done in the problem set and in the concept development. They go hand in hand. So if you can do these problems, you're going to be able to do the test. And yes, they do start ramping it up on some of the problems at the end of the test. So making sure you know how to solve for missing factors, making sure those missing factors there, and making sure you understand what 4/5 of, remember that 1/3 of 18, 3/4 of 24, that of is really sitting there in that multiplication sign. All right, on lesson 8, we're moving on to some more. We're gonna step it up a notch with some conversions. So make sure you have this nailed down before we start lesson 8, and good luck.